All right. This topic has always been considered taboo. It's always been considered a taboo subject. Are you talking to your kids about money? Are you talking to your kids about wealth, financial literacy? Carmen Bernard, and tonight's topic is about that taboo subject, kids and money. Right? I want to talk about why we should resist the urge to not talk to our kids about money, about wealth, about financial literacy. It has always been a taboo subject, regardless of whether it's a high income family, a low income family, across the board. It has always been a taboo subject. And it could be for reasons, for very good reasons, other than what I was told, kids should be seen and not heard, uh, kind of things. But for good reasons, such as discussing the family's wealth or family's money with children might cause children to pass judgment on themselves or even pass judgment on others, as well as the concern that kids may discuss your private affairs with others inappropriately. But although those are very valid challenges, they're ones that we must overcome because it is more important than ever for us, for our families to be having these discussion um, about finances. And we should make them an integral part of educating our children because this is not taught in schools. So it's absolutely important that we start having these discussions. These discussing wealth or money, it should be viewed as a pathway, for lack of a better word, to self sufficiency for our children and to having our children be responsible stewards of money, of their own money, as well as our financial future or future financial legacy. Um, Introducing money concept to kids, even as early as ages 3 and 4, teaches them that things that they want or need do not just appear, right? It helps to lay a foundation for goal setting. As children get older, the conversation needs to evolve into teaching about budgeting, teaching about saving, spending, investing, and eventually the family's wealth, right? Where we're going, where we are, where we're going. But rather than sharing specifics to our children, like account statements and the specific values of certain assets, the conversation should be a more qualitative, about more qualitative concepts about money or about wealth, such as how is it earned, right? How do we get that wealth? Where does it come from? How is it managed, right? How is it used, right? What does it provide? So these are the types of conversation that we should start having rather than sharing specifics until that time is necessary. It's important for us to also be good role models, right? For us to be responsible, responsible stewards, for us to be great of money, for us to have responsible money management, because the children are watching us, right? Kids pay more attention than we even realize. Okay. And you don't have to do this alone. You do not have to do this alone because it's a uncomfortable topic. But having a financial professional, that can come in. They play an essential role being an expert on certain information. Having a financial professional like myself, or if you have a trusted professional financial services person, that's whom you want to get involved in beginning to speak to our children about this information, right? The early discussions and education about wealth and money uh, not only have the practical benefits, but it also has have added benefits for our children, giving them a much needed vocabulary and a context for furthering and understanding these important concepts about money. It also opens spaces for conversation where they can ask additional questions, right? And that's where and I'm not going to be before you too long, but that's where I or your trusted professional come in, where we can provide expert information on planning, on budgeting, on expense tracking, and for older children, having that honest conversations about money, about wealth, about estate planning, clarifying expectations for them about their responsibilities within the family, um, also within the family estate, and what level of financial support that they can expect. Right? These are important conversations that we are not having with our children, but this ensures that shared vision for the entire family. It's also critical to discuss the importance, of this digital age, this digital communication that we space that we're living in, and having them understand how important it is to keep information private and to not share that information inappropriately. All of these conversations can be uncomfortable, they are well needed, and if they're done properly, they can be a great thing. So, as stated before, discussing money openly, discussing wealth openly encourages children or creates a space for them to ask questions, to express concerns, to ask things that they probably would have otherwise be afraid of asking, so it gives them that voice, it gives them that space, that safe space to be able to do that. But not only do these conversations providing practical value in terms of managing money and managing the family finances, but it also can help to increase emotional intelligence, increase empathy, and it strengthens that connection with between family members as you're talking about one shared goal. We also need to understand that these skills, or remember that these skills are not taught in schools. So it's on us, the family, to be the driving force behind educating our children on this important topic, right? I am here to help as a neutral professional with getting our children started on learning these practical skills, which will enable them to make informed decisions for a lifetime to come when it comes to money. You've heard me talk about financial illiteracy and how it affects 1 out of 3 people. So, 33% of people are financially illiterate, and that adds up to a couple billion. I think it's like 3.5 billion people in the world. And we can stop this by making sure that our children begin financial literacy education very young, and we are the ones that have the responsibility for doing it, right? Um, I'm Carmen Bernard of BIGFACS, and my mission is protecting the assets for protecting your assets for generations to come. Thanks for joining me today on today's financial literacy minute, or a couple of minutes, because it is a financial literacy month and I want to be able to bring some great information. Please like, share this information with others. Um, Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Big Facts with Carmen, TikTok at Big Facts with Carmen, and also on LinkedIn, Clapper, and YouTube. Please share this information, like the channel, follow for more. Thanks, and have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.